Well, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far. And I wanted to bring to you a beautiful word this morning from Psalm 91. Listen to the very first verse of Psalm 91. It says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I love this verse because of the word pictures that are here within it. So much of God's word is laid out for us in such a beautiful format, so as we can read it and understand it because of the way that God describes truth and the way that He lays these word pictures out for us. Let's break this verse down and understand exactly what it's saying. It says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High," which is a literal physical translation or interpretation of dwelling in the protection of God. It says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High." That means in this life, on this earth, as you go through life, you are underneath His protection. You're dwelling in the shelter of the Most High. You get under a shelter when you need shade from the sun. You get under a shelter when you need covering from the rain or the elements. A shelter offers you protection. And whoever dwells in the protection of God is what this verse is saying. Here in this life, whoever dwells in the protection or the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. The last part of that verse is talking about what is to come. The first part is talking about what is now, dwelling in the protection of God here on earth. But the last part of that verse is talking about what is to come for the person who dwells in the protection of God while here on earth. Let me break it down to you again. It says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High, whoever dwells in His protection will one day rest in the shadow of the Almighty. The only way to be in someone's shadow is to be close to them. And that's a promise for you and me, that if you dwell in the protection of God here on this earth, one day you're going to stand in His shadow. Isn't that an amazing promise from God's Word this morning? Isn't it beautiful how God puts these little word pictures in there for us to understand, yet it's so simple, even a child can understand it. Whoever dwells in the protection of God in this life will one day stand in His shadow for all eternity. I hope this verse will encourage you. Hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon.